Hey,
Hey,
welcome back to React University. I'm Corey.
and I'm Dana.
Today, we're back with another episode of My Hero Academia.
That is right. We are reacting to Season 6, Episode 133, aka Episode 19, Hired Gun. But of course, before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell so you always know whenever we're dropping something new.
Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification. Don't forget to become a member of our Patreon. Remember, you get the full reaction of this episode and many others right now on the Patreon page. Really help support the channel. And with that, let's do this. Class is in session.
Even in the afterlife, she's crying over our choices.
Keeps our choices.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you have to kill a person in order to save them. Whatever you decide to do, you make damn sure you settle the score with the League of Villains.
That's right. Maybe it's too obvious that that's supposed to be the dad, but we just like they haven't said it yet.
We have to stop All for One. I have to.
See, his voice is a little bit more.
Gritty.
Gotta get out of here before they...
There she is! The monster!
The monster. They just hitting him with water?
I'm begging you. Let me go.
We see you for what you are, and we're not going to let this town suffer another day!
He's just hitting him with water. What are you doing?
Listen, please calm down. She's showing no signs of hostility. Leave her to me. You can go now. I've got this.
Well, someone who looks like that shouldn't be out this late. What were we supposed to think?
Really?
Wow.
It looks like that.
You're safe now. Why are you walking around in this weather?
I didn't evacuate. I thought everything would blow over if I holed up at home. Then, people around me started getting hurt. To find a shelter. I don't know. Then I just...
You know, I bet everyone else is scared too.
You think things will go back to normal?
I'll make sure of it.
That rain is about to put me to sleep.
Are you okay?
Yes, All Might.
Wait, All Might?
Wait! Here, take this with you.
Does he ever sleep?
Pork cutlets to keep your energy levels up.
Aww.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
He's afraid to be still.
You notice his
Yeah.
eyes do the same thing his eyes do?
Yeah.
He made his mask do that.
In my day, we did our best to stay out of sight, because hiding from villains kept us alive.
Shigaraki and All for One, Dabi, the Nomu, we still don't have any idea where they disappeared to.
Criminals are running amok out there.
Now that All for One's quirk has been transplanted into Shigaraki, he's even more terrifying. I need to master every facet of One for All, otherwise I'll fail.
You two better start helping out. You can't keep staring at the wall and ignoring us. We're counting on you, my heroes. Banjo was the first. He released his quirk. Shinomori followed suit. Shimura was next. But we need everyone's support to bring its true strength to light.
Hey, kid! Try getting more accustomed to the other quirks in the meantime.
He got clothes on?
We lived during the cruelest era. All for One's physical strength was at its peak. Most people he controlled were unaware that they were being manipulated, but our leader knew the truth.
Our leader.
Fighting to stop his ascent.
You were there too. You saw it.
They got their butt whooped.
We had to sacrifice many people. The only thing that mattered to us was winning. Now we're supposed to leave everything up to this boy who wants to save our enemy? It's absurd.
That's interesting. See, I'm a little confused.
Wait.
Back then, you reached your hand out to me. If you hadn't chosen to save a potential enemy, none of this would have ever happened.
Like, that was way back then.
So the
You must
second and
realize
third
this.
wilders.
It's why you appeared here to begin with.
You really think you can bring an end to this?
I do. It's why One for All exists. Power only became what it is because you were willing to reach out.
The hair, but he reminds me of Bakugo.
Mm-hmm.
We must take our knowledge and power
And gather it in this place.
Hang on, boy. We're accelerating now.
Right!
Right. Time to eat.
You ain't gonna beat it, Death.
Batmobile.
Rat and Bestina's too. Ignited arrow.
Oh, that's cool.
You have no right. Number one, your crimes are worse than mine are.
Hey, I
Which
hate
is
these
why I'm
self-righteous
here now.
pricks.
Like, he technically caused Dobby, but he didn't cause anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think we would have been able to get some intel by this point in the search.
His little
Double
nubs,
down already.
his wing nubs.
Disgraces! Get out of here!
We don't want your so-called help!
Take a good look at this town! You turned it into hell!
So what do you want me to do? Pack it up?
They say Shigaraki was after someone other than you, which means you're still hiding things from us. We can't trust you. The families of the people Dobby murdered were on TV. Did you see them?
Again, what do you want me to do?
Don't you ever show up here again.
Like, it's
Is that
tough,
so?
but they want a forum for their voices to be heard.
If we keep driving in this direction, we'll catch up with Midoriya before long. Would it be better if no one figured out we're working together? People might start throwing things at him, too.
Deku has enough of a burden to carry as it is. Even if he's the one who chose this solitary path, we're still using him as bait to try.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
And they're almost certainly taking orders from you-know-who now. The League's being smart.
Right now, his priority is taking over Shigaraki's body, like Deku said. After losing to All Might, he couldn't survive without a labyrinth of tubes and machinery.
But it's clear the boy's body needs to be perfected before he does.
And once that's accomplished, he'll focus on his next goal, taking One for All by any means necessary.
Why is Shigaraki's hatred such an important component in this?
The force of that feeling is vital.
All for One has been chasing One for All, his younger brother, for generations at this point. Sounds pretty intense to me. All Might's the reason he ended up weak and imprisoned, right?
It would appear his spite simply isn't enough.
Or maybe he just doesn't have any. Doesn't it seem like the guy's always laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps his heart is just empty.
Whatever.
I don't know, man. Things get much worse out there, and the public is going to turn against us even more.
Cut away too much fabric and the design falls apart.
Cut away the fabric. I love his. The fabric falls apart.
What was that?
Not good.
That was a precise shot. This must be the purple girl.
You're coming with me.
Wait, then this isn't just some random villain. I'm her target.
Don't move a muscle, and I'll let you keep your limbs.
All right, we're getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Dressed in green. Don't move a muscle. And I'll let you keep your limbs.
All for One and Shigaraki can't steal this cultivated ability from you yet. There's one woman we should be worried about.
Is that her?
We were basically colleagues, though she was my senior.
So she was a
Two of
hero.
you ever cross paths. Run like hell, fast as you can.
I said don't move.
There's no mistake. It's her, a former Public Safety Commission hero.
Turned. So she turned.
If they rush in, they'll be in her line of fire. What do I do?
Why bother running when you're already mine?
High angle fire!
Wow.
Oh, her? She's insane. She can hit the same mark with skill alone and from a perch 3 kilometers away.
Oh,
She's taking away all my business. I'm gonna be sent out to pasture. Her quirk is rifle, and she's the walking personification of a sniper rifle. Everybody who shoots targets is jealous of her right arm.
Just say for clean and bold.
He said shaver?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta shave everything. You know what I mean?
That's the first time someone's dodged more than one bullet.
Where's Pops?
Oh, this guy.
Just hang out in here for a minute.
What kind of connection they have?
Maybe I should have ditched him before.
Maybe he's part of All for One's plan.
Ah, an erstwhile hero. The lovely Lady Nagant.
Why is he so
Dang, that guy's
huge?
so big, right?
I have a favor to ask you. You're not like the rest of this rabble.
Rebel.
A certain student from UA will set out on his own.
He knew.
A number of annoying guardians will be watching over him from afar.
He knew.
Perhaps you could wait for a rainy night. I find that atmosphere to be quiet.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Did I say I agreed to be your pawn?
Because you once killed a hero. An ally.
Who did she kill?
Mm-hmm.
He is also driven to ruin by these corrupt false heroes.
Corrupt false heroes.
Come. You're hired for the job.
Did he compel her?
I wonder.
Airwalk. Nice.
Oh,
He gave her an
gave
extra
ability.
quirk.
I have a
Right.
mission to complete.
Ah!
These things go by so fast.
Oh my gosh. I'm mad it's over so quickly.
All right. So first and foremost, All for One seemed to have already, and it makes sense that he'll be able to do this because he seems extremely smart. To piece the puzzle of what he expect Deku to do.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's what's gonna happen, and he's just playing the chessboards, and everything's pretty much falling into basically into the spot that he expected it. So Deku he decided to go solo. He does have a bunch of people who's basically
Guardians
guarding
kind
him.
of like watching him from afar.
And he's like, this is the best time to do it during a rainy day and all like that. So all of that is working in his favor. So I'm curious the conclusion of that.
Yeah.
I am also curious about what in the world, what's her name?
Lady Nagant.
Nagant. Like, she said something was broken in him. Okay. What does that have to do with you? Like,
So I think
pretty much everything broken to everybody in that place that ran out.
But I think, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to hear her backstory, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she was a hero, and obviously she killed...
He was Hawk's superior at the time.
Yeah, like a colleague, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
technically his senior. Mm-hmm. So she's a hero. So I feel like maybe instinctually, like she wants to maybe strive for good, but for whatever reason she's feeling disenfranchised, right? Killed a hero. She said now you want to burn down this society. So I don't know, like she said the other ones could go wild and crazy, but Shigaraki, maybe she's like, okay, I see something powerful in him, I also see something's wrong with him, maybe he can be patched up and be useful. I feel like that's the type of thing. I don't know how much of that is strategy as it is like maybe like innate compassion that maybe she's not used to shutting down?
I'm thinking a little bit differently. I think she probably was brought up wanting to be a hero, and she ended up in that society, and she felt like everything was too pretentious. I think she probably got to the point where it's like,
oh no, I agree with that.
Like,
I agree with that.
Like, she probably saw the politics of it and didn't like it. Right?
Yeah.
She saw it from the inside versus like someone like Stain, who saw it from the outside. And there was some corruption, there's no doubt about it, in a society like this, when you have these people who are all about trying to get sponsorships and all that stuff to make their money. You're gonna have that kind of corruption, no doubt about it, right? And you're gonna have those people who really genuinely try to do good, who's getting caught up in all that. So anyway, I think she probably saw that firsthand. I'm curious on who she killed.
Me too. I'm really curious.
Was it like a peon? Was it like an upper echelon person? Like, who was someone on her equal? Like, curious about what that looks like.
I am too. I guess what I meant from the compassion standpoint is like, you might be like, hey, I realize that this whole system is effed up, and you have compassion for someone else who's a victim of the same system.
Right.
So even that's what.
But you hear what All For One just said, though, right? He blamed the heroes for his situation.
What is
that? Technically, he's like, she said there's something broken in him. And he's like, the leader,
he's also another victim,
he's a victim of it. And it's like, but it's technically, I mean, he got his butt whooped for sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, he lost his arms.
But he lost his arms because of Shigaraki. Like, that's the reason why he seems more broken.
Yo.
That's the reason why.
That's so true. Like, Shigaraki is the one that's...
It's not the heroes that put him in that broken state.
They took his arm. He took his arm.
He took their, So that's so when he sees Shigaraki, which he will come across again, he's gonna
but
be
I don't know what you think what'll fix it. Because didn't he kill his dad?
He didn't kill his dad, which we wouldn't really say is more of a stepdad. He didn't kill his dad. He basically fixed him to be in a coma,
Yeah,
in a vegetable state.
But when they came in and raided everything, didn't he do something? Didn't he kill his dad to say he was supposed to be the one taking over?
But he didn't kill him though. He just basically because he knew that he needed to take over because his dad was basically bringing the ruin to their name, and so he's like, I can do better because he can.
I remember. I guess
put your body together. Yeah. He literally touched him and basically
put him in a coma.
So once he was in a coma, he was done.
But
he's been in that coma
before the raids, because weren't things escalating?
He's been in that coma ever since.
So when the heroes came and raided, his dad was still in a coma?
His dad was still in a coma.
I thought he did something else to his dad in between.
Didn't do anything else to his dad.
Okay.
His dad stayed in that coma. And that's why he probably wants to get back to his ex. His dad's still been in that coma ever since.
He probably feels guilty
to fix him. Yeah, he's probably been sitting back in that prison just reflecting. This was a good episode.
This was.
I'm gonna give this episode an 8.
I'm gonna give this one an 8.6.
8.6. 8 for me, 8.6 for her. What is your score? Comment below. Let us know. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can always get the latest on anything that we post here on the channel.
That's right. And also, don't forget to become a member of our Patreon. You can see the full reaction to this episode and many others like it right there. Go check it out now. I'm sure you won't be disappointed.
And until next time.
Bye.